Our children's lives are now infused with technology.
A lot of people are on social media, so I feel like I have to be on it too.
And while they're plugged in, there's the risk of cyberbullying.
What are some steps that you could take?
And then I started texting her, I'm like, did your account happen to get hacked into?
Cyberbullying is an issue, and it's something that we have to stay vigilant about.
What can families do to unplug their kids?
We just want to be able to say, okay, now's enough.
And how will our schools in the future deal with cyberbullying?
When things are being posted online, they're there 24/7.
We can't ignore technology.
Especially in this day and age, communication doesn't necessarily mean face-to-face, but through text messaging, email, social media.
With its help, schools, such as the Fort Osage Career and Technology Center, can prepare students for the future.
You're going to see something cool.
Since my freshman year, I was also a member of the FIRST robotics team here. We've qualified for world championships.
But technology now has a role in the personal lives of our children.
And I usually just play with my friends on like video games.
And then sometimes I use this app called TikTok.
Like messages and like photos.
And I play Madden, NBA 2K.
And as technology has taken hold of so much of our kids' lives, cyberbullying has become an issue for our schools.
How many of you have already witnessed or experienced someone using technology in a mean, cruel way? Raise your hand. Cyberbullying is essentially when someone is using technology as a tool to harm another person. It's something that happens more than one time.
Since 2007, the Lee's Summit School District has partnered with nonprofits, Lee's Summit Cares and Rediscover to educate its kids on cyberbullying.
So I got a text and she was like, there is a bunch of like bad words in my bio.
So my friend, she was compared to other people on social media.
Well, he sort of just broke down and left the chat.
And she was really upset, so I just called her and I talked her through it.
I really was hoping that he didn't do anything that would harm him or, run away maybe. I was just trying to make sure.
A recent survey looked at US teens and found that nearly 60% of them have experienced cyberbullying. And it's clearly an issue for elementary schools as well.
The concerning part for teachers and parents is a lot of this conversation the kids are having we're not aware of.
So how can schools in the future protect our children?
We talk about personal responsibility. We also talk about things that we need to do to protect others.
And I told them that they should take it down. They did, and they ended up apologizing to my friend.
School counselors have a critical role to play.
So we do training specifically on how to report. We have tools where students can report online if they're not comfortable reporting to an adult in person.
And the school district holds students accountable for cyberbullying whenever or wherever it happens, if it impacts school. The schools acknowledge, however, that they have to rely on parents.
Most importantly, it comes down to our parents.
And then we also are available to assist parents, to support them with different apps that they can use at home.
Rebecca and Ryan are parents of a 6th grade student.
We've seen him be in a group chat with 20 other students, and we don't know half of those kids probably.
They let him text his friends on condition that he lets them try and monitor what's said.
Some nights there will be hundreds of texts for us to have to sort through and look through.
So they turn to technology and an app called Bark to help them.
We'll get an email from Bark showing us a report of anything that could be concerning.
But aside from cyberbullying, there is general concern about the amount of time kids spend on devices.
It is a concern, not only for us as educators, but for parents too.
Our screen time in our house is limited to 1 hour and 45 minutes a day. And we monitor that with a device called the Circle.
Too much screen time can affect kids in a variety of ways.
As students spend more and more time online, our need to teach empathy, to help grow their empathy, has increased.
It's another argument in support of a type of learning we've looked at before in this series, project-based learning.
The empathy piece is critically important for our kids in terms of being intentional with our instructional approach. Through project-based learning, getting our kids to collaborate, connect with one another, and also understand and appreciate our differences.
Empathetic children are also less likely to become cyberbullies. For parents looking for guidance on how to protect their children in this new technological age, the American Academy of Pediatrics provides a family media plan through the website on the screen.
Our goal is to help our kids understand that there's a balance there. And so you take the good and you leave the bad, and hopefully in the midst of that you end up a more informed citizen and you're able to contribute something great to society.
When they get done doing that, I'll show you what we